Well, Krabs, you know what today is? Sorry about this calendar. March 14th. Wait, that's not right.
Welcome to the parody, where we tell up the victims in our favorite media. I'm Chelsea Rose, and today we're looking at the second season of the Roblox Ragdoll show, running from 2020 to 2021. The second season of this show is, to say the least, something. I'd always wanted to continue the series, but didn't find anything to continue it with, per se. That was until December, when I decided something. I'm gonna be a piece of shit today. Thus, that's how this season was born. Aside from the relative detour that is the 5th season, this season is one of the shortest in terms of length at 4.5 hours and episode count at only 10. But because of that length and episode count, these are longer than usual episodes. Only 2, 6 and 8 go under 15 minutes in length. While none go over an hour, the episodes on average are 27 minutes long. Thankfully, most of the episodes are actually good, unlike the first that had the stakes of 1, 9, and 11. Because of that, I had a better time with this season. While Season 7 is still better, Season 2 still holds its own, with some life-threatening flaws killing it from being better than what came before it. Most of the season takes place in Memeville, which, looking at the events that came in June, is definitely one of the more ironic choices of location. It's a benefit since we have good, even great episodes that use the place hand in hand with the fun episode ideas. One of them is basically an overstretched Roblox version of Mythbusters, another is about Chelsea trying to find the artifact known as the Obamium, one that shows the entire location under the guise of a really long action scene, and finally, one where she tries to earn that dough for working at a restaurant, which is also a concept done way better in the 3rd season's Place at the Register, which I previously covered on the parody. This season also introduces the concept of the prison episode, which takes up 2 episodes here. These sorts of episodes of the series are characterized by their really high kill counts, which inflates the kill count of both the season and the series. The episodes this season are episode 2 and episode 10, and upon the quota, their counts are, on average, higher than the rest. The present episodes have actual hackers in them, so I can look past the hacky-wacky yakkies in these episodes. However, flaws I spawned this season are the occasional hate against a certain group of people who had done nothing to me, some questionable dialogue, and the overall nature of the season feeling a bit weird. That's, well, weird, since this is one of the better overall seasons, but there's just something off about it. Maybe it's something in a specific episode, maybe the season was just forgettable, or maybe there's just one factor that puts me off of it. However, that still doesn't make it any less worthy of covering, so let's get to the kills. The season begins with the same dog shit as before. Oh, meatball must consume products in title card. Our opening sights are on the train segment, which, is basically the whole episode. Let me get you blamed from this trailing blue car seems cool as hell. I don't possibly know why they want to, that's why they put all that show on the train tracks. Well, maybe if this is what the entire episode boils down to, maybe we can do another episode Why Kill Speedrun again. Only this time it's at the beginning of the season. So let's get our season count started with a whopping 16 kills over 14 minutes. This person is killed along with Chelsea in seemingly a vehicular suicide manslaughter. And then she just finds out about her wild hitbox expansions. Like, seriously, how the fuck did that kill her? Then Chelsea proceeds to find out about lag the wrong way. Or in a way that says you're flying off the map, whatever. Then after 2 minutes of building walls, another guy just dies? I guess. His body disappears, so yeah, sure. Then another guy drives his UFO into a train, which causes this chain reaction. And another guy is completely obliterated. First also are perfectly aligned. And this guy who gets blown the hell up inside of his thing. Someone's just simply on the train tracks. An inspiring architect that went out way too soon. Some guy that went all the way down with a car made out of gold. What the hell? And also a dent who couldn't make it out of the path of the train in time. And finally, Chelsea and one other person as they're blown away by the train. And now we're on the second half that starts off with Cleveland Brown. And I am proud to be right back in my hometown with my new family. And sure, you may not think these trains can kill people, especially at their really slow speed, but they find a way. Because their first victim is them getting Naruto, who just didn't get out of the... Why'd you do that? Is he stupid? Then it's Sub Pun Cena's turn to run himself over. Next is Kelvin Perez, who runs himself over in a scene that would be integrated to the Elevated Regret intro. Then it's Chelsea's turn to get a bus stuck on 2 train tracks at once, which eventually destroys the bus, kills her, and kills this other person on the tracks as well. And then the left train goes rogue. The left train sticks to its rails in order to run a bacon hair over. Chelsea finally takes control of another bus, but it's no use, as she just ends up driving it off a cliff. Chelsea gets on a bus only for it to give Final Destination to hell as it kills everybody on board. When did you die? Then as revenge for sailing her bus, she kills her and Samuel DZZZ. And to end off the episode, she just kills herself. So altogether, the second half of the episode packed up 15 kills. Next episode was originally conceived as a 2-parter, but I couldn't upload the second part because... well, actually, I don't know. And it's also a bona fide event, since it's the first ever prison episode of the entirety of the Roblox Ragdoll show. And appropriately, one of the first things that happens in it is a kill. After arresting their daily quota of escaping prisoners, they head back towards the guard room. However, they have to look out for Iggy. He just tried escaping prison. Oh, back up. You say fart harder? You mean shoot harder? Like that? So now the prison should totally be Oh. What the fuck? This hacker comes in and just shoots 4 of the guards, like, really fast. Yeah. I will say Backup does have a lot of funny lines, like this one about the Joker. Also, Chris Jackson just opened up all the doors, which does make it easier to kill people like Damn Boy. Chelsea says the key is to stay in the guard room, but Chris Jackson sees the glasses and is like, yeah, fuck those physics. So that's how he shoots Chelsea at an eternal 11:17 p.m. And he does it again. Chelsea says the new key is to stay behind walls, but Chris Jackson eventually finds out how to shoot behind those. Now, we are veering into kill speedrun territory, but I'm gonna give you a break. Dead guard. Let's go. Chelsea gets away from that guy's trigger mighty havoc, but this lobby isn't too great too. A cop is seen dead right after Chelsea leaves the cop room, and then eventually she dies along with someone else I can see in the background. Also, I said I really do a kill speedrun for this episode, but literally the Chris Jackson stuff is like my favorite part of the episode. And the only thing beyond this point is a guy named Simon and her having beef that gets resolved. So I'm gonna have to do the kill speedrun because this is a prison episode. So now that we're at our first kill speedrun, let's get Braxton to start it up.
Hey y'all, all I gotta do, I have to press this button. I don't know what for, but here goes nothing. I don't know what I pressed, but I better see Texas Tongue Killer next time.
And just like that, episode 2 of the second season of the Roblox Ragdoll show ends with a dinner scene with a cop. Alright, we're here. I'll give you one final kill outside of a speedrun. This cop. So as I speak over the credits, originally this episode was supposed to be a 2-parter, but the second part just ended up never releasing for whatever reason. Episode 3 is the start of the re-memed meme game round of Roblox Ragdoll episodes in the second season. This will last all the way up to episode 9, the penultimate episode of the season, so get ready for a long stay in Memeville. And it all starts with the first ever 2021 episode of the Roblox Ragdoll show titled Rocket Launching Ragdolls. Oh look, the episode even has its own title card! So what's going on for about the first 7 minutes of this episode is Chelsea turned herself into a Smurf, and this episode was originally supposed to be a sequel to Untitled Meme Movie of all things. But like seeing Cat Do Dead down here made sure that I would not do an Untitled Meme Movie sequel until May 2021. That is, until I realized I had to do the sequel. So that's how I die when I get stomped by... What the fuck? And then I just play it off as if nothing ever happened and turn back into a Smurf. This time, Chelsea activates stealth mode and makes it past this guy who is probably just AFK. By making it past that guy, she's able to make it to the Smurf hideout. She eventually decides that she's bored and heads back into town. She peruses the town as a Smurf, and honestly, it's kind of a nice way to get to know the town we'll be spending the next 6 episodes in. And it was also fun to just move around as a Smurf and not get killed, you know? She eventually hides in some benches and tells this Peter guy in the chat to come catch her. But no, these Placido Pedro and Professor Koala guys come in to do it. And speaking of Koala, a rocket launcher makes him come face-to-face with the ground, which will become an important element of the episode. But that old myth-busting adventure will have to wait an extra few minutes or so as she goes into the Shaggy shop and other places. I think? Still Smurf? Yeah, still Smurf. That adventure all comes to an end when she gets on a mountain and jumps off of it when she realizes someone she recognizes is in there. That person is Desert LC, or LC for short, who I had seen before in the Entitled Meme server. And if you don't know what that is, good for you. If you want the full rundown, just check out the intro to the Entitled Meme Movie 2 parody. If you want, like, a brief rundown, here you go. So imagine you're just chilling at a bar and SMG guy just walks up to you and says, "Hey kid, wanna know how I have Nazi imagery in the final release of Untitled Meme Game on wait a minute, aren't you that fucking fat?" After meeting a remnant from the Untitled Meme server, she walks into Dan's weaponry and buys a rocket launcher because she has to do some myth-busting. Chelsea tells everyone to turn on PvP and get around her because she's got a little test she wants to do. It takes a minute, but she actually gets a group of people around her and fires off the rocket launcher to... Well, I was gonna say test before that kill interrupted me. Since the first test was a flop, she has to buy a brand new rocket launcher and wait for people to get around her again so she can, well, test again. Before she can do that, though, she has to refute against the comment made by LC about mobile users. Offensive? Just wait until June 2021. After that, she decides the wait isn't worth it and wants to test right away again. And to do that, she needs a few recruits. Okay, think. Who was just in the scene a few seconds ago? Oh, Pizza Boy. He just walked into Dan's weaponry and oh, he's dead. Okay. Well, okay, what about Galacto Knight? I don't think we've seen him yet in the episode, and if we have, I probably just skipped over his part, but he's also... Come the fuck on. Okay, what about Spittlefig? We saw them standing... Oh, they're actually alive. That's... Oh, and they're trying to kill Chelsea. Okay. Okay, listen, I already know we got LC for the test, so why not just bring up... Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Also, not even 10 seconds later, we go back down there and Washington Swords is also dead. I don't know. Eventually, after a little bit of searching, she finds where everyone else is. We're trying to convince each other to open the door, but no one's going up, so someone dies by getting run over, I guess. Even after that, no one still wants to open the door, so Chelsea tries to convince them to get into testing again. Since it requires PvP, no one wants to turn it on, but they have to do it anyways for the test to work. Chelsea shoots off the RPG and it takes a bit for the rocket to return to sender and kill Chelsea. We come back to find out that Washington Source is also dead, but that might just be a front, but I'm still gonna add it to the count regardless. LC walks into the weaponry as Chelsea realizes she only has 8 minutes left until something. I guess Washington Source is just a little bit bored, so he decides to end his life 8 minutes before something. Chelsea also walks into her weaponry to grab a grenade. I also guess for something else other than that something. But first, how about we stomp on that Smurf? Turns out LC actually went the weaponry to test out the rocket launcher for himself. Only to figure out that Chelsea's theory didn't actually work. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory. Huh. Okay. When she walks into a restaurant, Greg Terrell is talking to his friend about some games that they haven't played yet, so you gotta go do that and leave this episode behind. Meanwhile, this brawl on the roof is getting pretty hectic. Brian Gemini is the first one to go down with a wrench, but Chelsea just punches Peter to put him on the count too. Chelsea then buys a grenade and walks into a restaurant to commit domestic terrorism on a large scale that somehow kills nobody inside. Yep, just as I suspected. 0 damage. With nothing going on, of course Chelsea's gonna get bored, so she grabs a lantern and heads down into the sewers. That's where the mystical janitor key card is, and it's just right by this chair, but you have to remember exactly where it is so you can grab it. Luckily, Chelsea clutches it, but that's only to find some violence happening on ground level. You see, Brown Gemini, that's what happens when you mess with someone from a server that could do absolutely no wrong. Chelsea rallies someone to go follow her, and that's when Greg Terrell steps back into the episode. You see, Greg, because with this janitor card, she can do this to you. Because bro falls into the rickroll hole and we never see him again, I'm gonna add him to the count. The same goes with Quiet Clyde. They say they're here for the funny and jump into the rickroll hole, and I'll also add them to the count based on the same basis I gave to Greg Terrell. Also, fun fact, Quiet Clyde there was the first ever Roblox Ragdolls show death of 2021, because then it's officially New Year's. So therefore, that makes this the only episode of the Roblox Ragdoll show to be filmed in 2 separate years at the same time. So welcome to the 2021 era of the Roblox Ragdoll show, where I believe half of the show's episodes released. So to celebrate it, Chelsea runs herself over with a car, and we'll come back to her in episode 4 an hour later. An hour later, episode 4 starts, which makes sense since it was released just about an hour after episode 3. I'm not joking, and also I'm not counting Bagel Boy's body because, well, that button was pushed off screen, so I feel like that's worthy enough, like, consideration to not count it and stuff. Holy shit, that guy just died. I'll do the same thing as season 7 where I amend all the counting mistakes I made in this parody at the end of the kills. Chelsea eats some fat burgers and decides to go down in the alleyway for a bit and just completely stops and drags out the episode. She realizes she's dragging out the episode and decides to drag out the episode. Man, not editing out the filler in any episode is so much fun. At least it gives us the first counted kill of the episode within the confines of the episode segment itself, as Xander Zephyr is beaten up. That brings us back to the restaurant where Chelsea drinks some milk for a calcium hit. With all the calcium that she needs in her, Chelsea eats one more fat burger. I'm consuming this fat burger like I do meeple prod. Oh, fuck! She gets back to the restaurant where it looks like another brawl is about to happen. However, as I make another mistake in my counting, I will add this loyal customer. As for you in the background, I'll get back to you in half an hour. However, someone I did spot somehow was this guy in the background that you can only see for about a second or so. Well, looking at that body, Chelsea gets dragged into a van and is taken to Brazil. You know, if Brazil was a basement with a bunch of kid boxes, a bunker that can fit 2 people inside of it that is disconnected from society in a game made by an SMG guy who put Nazi imagery in a title meme game. Is the Brazil bunker in re-memed meme game a reference to the Führer bunker that Adolf Hitler killed himself in? Also, isn't it a little odd that the only way to get out of the Brazil bunker in this game is to kill yourself now? I'm on to Adolf Hitler, that fucking fraud! After that, we kinda need something to distract ourselves from the fact that the fucking Hitler bunker has been in Memeville this entire ass time! So let's add Xander getting his head shot off, fearsome Uzox or whatever getting beaten to death, and Chelsea's shooting herself with a rocket to add 3 more kills onto the count. She climbs up the mountain, and this time she actually makes it to the top and falls down the well to land on a pile of acorns. Or nuts. Kiss your nuts goodbye. She resets herself out of there and gets herself a cheeseburger for a little yummer. Also in the background of this scene, you can see Xander getting killed. And it looks like she needed that grub for the next bit of people dying. Alexi and Elsa Yella are already dead, but Liam also gets killed from a decapitation. So what else is there to ask except for where the hell is Chelsea's Obamium? I don't know, maybe she finds out after these two get killed. That's just my guess. After asking that, she somehow comes to the realization that the Obamium is located somewhere within this tree. When she gets up there, she finds out that it's just some triangle-shaped artifact. She goes to ask for someone who can help her find where all this is, but she gets stuck in the wall. And unlike with other reset deaths, I'm gonna be adding this one because there was no other way for her to get out of that wall regardless if she, managed to glitch out of it or not. She probably would have just fallen through the map. She respawns herself from that nightmare only to find Bloxian guy getting run over by a car. However, not even a few seconds after that, we already get another kill with Friendly Foe. Because she got stuck in that dumbass wall, she has to go get the artifact again. But guys, you see, the difference this time is that she fumbles more. Holy fuck! On her way up to ask for advice, she sees 2 bodies with one of them disappearing. Well, maybe she can go to Dan's oh wait, that's an insane guy. Then she decides to go to the place where people keep on dying in order to get advice, but she's not gonna get it from this coke addict who kills himself. Someone who will help her is Maui, but he's gonna have to do that after fighting Bagel Boy. And after 2 shotgun blasts, Bagel Boy goes down. Then Chelsea and Maui end up at the top of the mountain where they jump inside the same well and land on the same patch of nuts/acorns in order to get to a door that can be opened with that artifact.
All I gotta do is put the thing here. Seems easy enough, and
Yeah,
Maui, I know what to do. Maui, I know what to do.
Yeah. Put the thing there.
Yeah. Grab out the artifact and just put it on the...
Yeah, you're correct.
Maui!
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing here. Don't get so
you should know, but
pissy,
so then
at me.
Yeah. Wait, I wasn't even pissy.
First try.
You just gotta put the thing on there.
Just let me lock in my shit. Yeah, dude, you're being an asshole to me right now.
Yeah. Dude,
just stop.
I'm not trying to be an asshole. Just put the thing on the fucking thing.
I'll be able to actually put it on. I know what I'm doing. I know what.
Oh my god.
Shit. All right.
Dude, you gotta stop yelling at me and put the thing there.
Dude, yeah. Put it right.
Yeah, does this help? Oh, you want me to put it away? Yeah, I'll put it away. Where do you put that fucking thing? Where it fucking goes? Yeah. I'm being such a fucking asshole, man. Because Chelsea can't lock the fuck in properly, Maui kills himself by resetting. And normally I don't add that to the count, but come on, it's in kind of a funny way, so let me have it. Ever so ironically, right after Maui resets, Chelsea finally reaches the Obamium. Wow, that must really suck. Having now found the Obamium, she escapes the mountain and returns to normal life in Memeville. That's where Shalundar has presumably done a bit of super coke. And also, ever since the finding, the city looks the exact same. People are just dying for no reason. Lol. Elmo the God is revealed to be the imposter, and he might be the reason why Fabiduous Blockhead is dead. No, it's probably because of all these PvP nuts. One of those said nuts kills Bloxian guy on the roof. And then after that, for some reason, the other nutty nutters discover that Chelsea has PvP on. Could've just not turned it on at all, seeing as how she dies shortly there afterwards. Wait, shit, they got Bagel Boy too? What is up with this episode? Oh well, at least I did catch this guy who's being subjected to a ritual. After that, she buys a grenade and throws it at a few people, which wasn't exactly the best idea. Oh, it's especially not when you corner yourself in the bacon factory basement. But you just gotta accept that wherever she went, she would have ended up dead regardless. She respawns only for another person to be dead immediately upon respawning. That person being Mellow AV, whose death isn't exactly stupidity. You know what is closest to stupidity? A big killing spree in the middle of Memeville. First, we got Bagel Boy, who's beaten to death with a wrench. And then we get a string of 3 that starts off with retrack when they slide on screen, and eventually 2 more residents as they shoot each other to death. Chelsea's done with all that bullshit, so she runs herself over with the train, signaling that 2021's gonna be even deadlier. Presumably also only an hour after that, she walks around Memeville until she finds a Smurf under a bench. I don't know exactly how that works, and it makes Chelsea jump off a game shop and just tumble down the stairs. I don't know, nothing really happens in the Is that another person I missed? You've got to be kidding me. I also missed that Leia's hanging out of a wall here, but who I didn't miss was Coy Deadshot. And I definitely didn't miss Alex Gren being flattened by a car. And I forgot to mention it among all the carnage, but Chelsea is a Smurf. There's also some weird racist shit going on, but, no, I can't ignore it. Okay. Chelsea notices that someone's getting epically pranked inside that one room, but decides to wait it out until it's done. She walks into the room but gets noticed by the returning Shalendar from episode 4 Did I seriously miss this one too? That's me. I should have made the graphic for this one beforehand. What the hell? For compensation, I will be adding McRun since I actually did spot him getting killed. And if you're still mad about me missing myself, don't worry, I got you covered when Ocean's 4... okay, yeah, the footage explains itself. When Chelsea respawns, Felipe lures Alex over to the Adolf Hitler bunker van. She gets out of that mess, then runs into the person I missed from earlier drinking, something in here. I counted drinking pee and place at the register, so the same rule applies to Haruto. I'll admit, even as far back as episode 5, some of the bits in here do seem to start getting a bit repetitive, with not much really happening that actually pertains to the episode title. But nonetheless, McRotten is assassinated on the street. As a reaction, Chelsea initiates her episode 3 protocol for the 3rd episode in a row. Listen, dude, the results the 3rd time it happens will blow you away. After buying a hamburger from the restaurant, she walks into Dan's weaponry where all the dudes are doing something dudular. Now listen, you guys, you might want to walk away from me for this one. It's gonna blow you all away, I swear. Oh! But absolutely did blow everyone away, okay. So, I just watched all of those people die. Better not be another dead body. Oh, fuck. That's a dead body. The epic Seihan is seen dead here. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Like I said probably about a minute or so ago in this parody, these episodes start getting repetitive at points when they're just walking through Memeville without that much happening. Like, why not get involved with Raidmaster and find out where Atlas is or something? Oh, that's why. So we could just add more dead bodies. And if you were attentive enough, you would have been able to see that I skipped over Felipe because I didn't make a graphic for him in cast. Therefore, that's yet another kill I'll have to add at the end of the kill. Speaking about Atlas, looks like they found him. Chelsea doesn't care about that though, because she wants to prank herself. The meme gives her a bra moment from 2007 badge, and the meme eventually kills her when it decides to explode. But that's not to say the respawn pattern doesn't continue, as eventually Felipe is included on the count for real. Then Chelsea decides to bring back an ancient beat, turning herself into a Smurf. Anyways, I swear to God, if I see one more of these missing kills before the end of the kills, the 2 to number segment is gonna have me killing myself. Chelsea was doing that just so she could go up to a door and tell a guy his haircut was cool. Oh, looks like I can't compliment people anymore. What a pussy! Well, surely he's just a loner. Downtown isn't gonna be as bad. Chelsea goes in admiration for Sniper's delicacies, but accidentally grabs a cheeseburger. I'm shocked! The burger is worse than I thought it would be! Turns out the burger is so bad it causes people to kill themselves. Man, fuck that burger, man. Chelsea goes back to the restaurant and her dumbass just buys the kill yourself burger again. Luckily, she stores it away and is met by Raidmaster. Leia starts to rob him by punching the kitchen door, but that tactic only just makes him die for no reason. I don't know what happened there. And oh great, now we got someone eating the kill yourself burger inside the store itself. Man, what's going on here? Burger, look what you did. You actually made that man kill himself with the burger. Fuck that burger, dude. Yes, sorry. Thought about killing myself. And then afterwards, a shotgun duel ensues in which demonic Daydog is shot. Chelsea goes inside Shaggy's shed to eat a fat burger, and then afterwards, somehow, Shalindar just ends up dead. I'm gonna skip over the most worthless nothing fight in the entire season and go into the Epic Gaming McDonald where there's actual stuff happening. Because A, there's the rare Memeville woman, and 2, versus Smurf. Then starts a long madcap chase. I'm homicidal and I've got a taste. I want to. And they lost him. Chelsea isn't gonna take that loss without another fat burger. Oh shit! Okay. That was easy. With Chelsea having found that Smurf, she passes out on the ground for a second before going over to the van that takes people over to the Adolf Hitler bunker. And that right there is how I pumped out the first half of an entire season in only less than a week. Thankfully, I sat down for a few days, and episode 6 would only come out 4 days later on January 5th. The second half of the season starts off with Pelea de Memeville, originally titled Brawl in the Name, which is now the shortest episode of season 2, running only 12 minutes long, compared to the original 35 it used to run. Since it's really short, this is going to be a short segment, so immediately Chelsea starts off by grabbing some Coca-Cola. Haha, just need some Super Coke.
Coca-Cola, espumante.
Chelsea visits Dan's weaponry to go get an axe, which will be relevant later on as it's the weapon she uses in a lot of brawls. She drops the stupid-ass one-liner as all 3 of these people are in a fight. One got fought off really quickly, and the other 2 exchanged hits until both of them are dead. It's around here when she goes on her usual Memeville stroll, but that's when she has an idea. Why not brawl with that Monster Man guy who is brawling those other people for some reason? I mean, they are the only 2 people in the lobby, so it makes sense. She meets up with him, gets out her axe, and they start fighting immediately, and he's immediately decapitated. That was underwhelming. To celebrate the death, Chelsea gets out the Coke. Wait, hold on. You remember what that does, right? Yeah, something like kill you or something? I don't know. Chelsea goes back up to get the axe and immediately faces Monster Man in the stairs. She almost dies, but is able to kill Monster Man with one more axe swipe than he could punch. Chelsea goes back to the store for another calcium hit and intercepts Monster Man outside. And the kill she gets from it is pretty much immediate. She lost quite a bit of health from that, so she gets some orange juice for a cringe hit. And immediately, ooh, Spooky runs into a ghost, oh shit. No, she actually runs into Monster Man sneaking up upon her from a door. The gambit worked, giving us some really excellent timing.
I'm dead!
Yes, you are, Chelsea. Yes, you are. And then original body just standing up after that. Man, this is great. Chelsea goes back to where she died, only to find out her body isn't there and that Monster Man is also missing. You know, something really funny about this episode is that it seems like there's an entire other untitled meme movie going on in the background. It's like you have these 2 brawling and then Elayu Woki just doing their own thing. Oh, speaking about that next brawl, Chelsea kills Monster Man in the restaurant. And then, of course, to get another heal, another calcium hit. All the while, Monster Man and Chelsea decide to stop fighting because simply, they just don't know why they're fighting in the first place. Now here's the thing. Originally, they did not have a reason. But there was a reason. You see, That's what the other 23 minutes of the portion I cut out of episode 6 were. Just some continuing fighting even after the episode had already resolved. So basically, it dragged out for 23 more minutes than it needed to. But that's not the worst sin the series has committed, considering that there's entire episodes that feel like they're way too long. And it should be 0 seconds. So what that means is someone else other than Monster Man or Chelsea can finally be added to the count. Although even after that, Chelsea still decides to get a lick in with the clock. That's pretty good. And they're still up to debate with each other because Monster Man has a tall head and Chelsea has a lot more noobs. Chelsea and her 4-person army run away and end the episode by running herself over, and the car somehow doesn't kill Lady Wokey, who's in the exact same situation. Huh. Episode 7 goes back to episode's 5 formula, mostly just being a bit boring. And by that I mean it's basically starting off with a minute of Chelsea and this guy named Riker Games dancing. Wait, computer, enhance this guy. Yep, that looks like the guy from the last cameo parody we did. Does this parody also count as a cameo parody? Yeah, I think it does. Riker Games probably tries to hypnotize Chelsea by saying that she can't stop the dance, but she can anyways. Because she has the power. The power to, fuck. She's able to stop the dance by going in the Shaggy's shed and watching the DVD logo hit every single wall of the TV imaginable. And while we wait for that, let's watch a little ourselves. Yes, my stocks in Tesla are rising. No, Elon Musk, you gotta help me. Who would sabotage my stocks like this? Huh, I did. This is why the Black-Cola Corporation is evil. And I'll have you know, Black-Cola killed my grandson. Truly evil. What the fuck is this? And I'm back after 30 seconds and oh, it hit the corner. Let's go. Chelsea gets bored from only watching TV in Shaggy's shed, so she decides to go over to this house in order to probably get some more of it. I don't know. However, that proves to be a mistake when she gets capped in the back of the head with decapitation? With that, she turns on evil mode. At the road, she completely laughs in the face of some guy that got ran over. And also, if that wasn't enough, shoots this guy in the back of his fucking head. What the fuck, Chelsea? I can't say that on YouTube. And I also put it in the freeze frame because I made this guy that gets ran over his own graphic. Turns out, Chelsea had a really short evil reign. But finally, with that evil reign over, she can do a little exploring. So she goes through the tunnel until she finds the other side. Oh yeah, earlier someone used the become ghost-inator. And I also missed a really obvious kill in the tunnel, too. Fuck. Huh, and what I missed that kill for? These random-ass statues of random-ass people? And that shack across the train tracks? Oh, fuck that shack. It's got the Hitler bunker on it. Over on the relatively more normal side, people are fighting each other. Chelsea's gotta see this, but doesn't let the Smurf see it for some reason. Okay, she doesn't let the Smurf see it, but gets involved in the fight herself. I mean, she's not gonna yay. That's a violent way to put someone on the count. She immediately runs away from the crime, only to go do another one. When she shoots this person, and the body just does whatever the fuck it wants to. Chelsea does an old intro shot and tries shooting up at this guy, but it fails horribly. Oh, maybe it didn't fail for her because that guy notices that she has PvP on. And for him, it goes extremely well when another guy joins him to kill her in another Season 7 intro shot. She's getting fed up with all of this, so she decides she wants to try committing domestic terrorism. She decides not to and instead shoot the head off a guy who had killed her. Also, hey, look how well I'm counting the kills. And speaking of kills, some guy with a shotgun tries to do that to her. But she thwarts him with the classic gag, turning off PvP once he gets too close. Now let's find the guy who will be at it. Oh yeah, perfect, the body. Then Chelsea decides to do the meme again. What the hell are we doing here? Whatever, Chelsea gets herself, stabbed to death in the door, or whatever. She goes back to the weaponry only to find out that other people are doing the exact same thing. So, of course, why not get involved in that and add 2 people to the list as well as yourself when you get hacked to death with an axe? She responds and asks why a kill she didn't even get at all didn't count towards a kill streak. Oh, maybe that's why. She responds and almost immediately gets punched to death by some random guy. And there's also the body of some random guy that I missed. Chelsea grabs the axe again and walks out to get really serious. And it turns out they fucking assassinated Papa Smurf. Not even 5 seconds after we see Papa Smurf dead, we see one of his little Smurflings has been killed too. Chelsea has a battle with this person with a shotgun, but they make the dumb mistake of not looking where the person actually is and gets killed by the person. Chelsea grabs a grenade, but with only $2 to her name, she's broke as fuck. And so is our count for not including this guy. Chelsea tries throwing a grenade into the Wendy's, but it doesn't work because it kills literally nobody. Of course it wasn't. You have a muscular bodybuilder protecting everyone from the big blow. I think the same guy, just without much limbs, chases her over to the van that takes her over to Hitler's bunker. But just delivered a passenger. However, unthankfully, it also puts her in the van shortly thereafterwards, so now she's also going to the bunker. But then this weird bug happens. I don't know how it happens. And for compensation for all I've missed this episode's last fucking frame has someone we can go ahead and add. Episode 8 has a concept that is done way better in the 3rd episode of next season, which I've already covered before. So now let's get on to our first official covering of some business. That was actually pretty good.
Hey, thanks, Chelsea.
You know an episode's gonna be good when it has the earliest first step of any episode in the season. That's because we have this guy on the ground a whopping 49 seconds in. And note that does not include this guy who used a button on himself. But he'll be added at the end. That's when she runs into a traveling purple pea salesman that she refuses to get any purple pea from. So it serves her right that she sees some legs in a wall. But I somehow didn't spot the guy that's only got an arm coming through the wall, though. Whatever. Chelsea fires off a rocket launcher, but it freezes before it can kill her, and so did everyone else. She swiftly hops in another server and immediately asks this bookshelf guy if he wants some free candy. She then enters Wendy's, where there's an ongoing robbery and the most questionable aspect of the season. Super Dud is too busy focusing on big white men to notice the 2 people that died outside of Wendy's. However, I also noticed that Alex Grunt from episode 5 is back. 3 episodes later instead of consecutively like Shalundar. And maybe I was just noting Alex Grunt was in this episode too because literally right afterwards the bookcase guy died. Oh yeah, heads up, this episode's only 15 minutes, but it's one of the deadliest episodes of the season somehow. Case in point, this fuckeroni and cheese. And yeah, this goes for you too, guy in Wendy's. And yeah, dead guy, you're right. This is nothing like Untitled Meme Game, because at least this one has implied Nazi rhetoric. And also because head explosions only happen like half the time you shoot people with a shotgun. Chelsea walks right back into the restaurant. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. You guys gotta let me catch a break sometime, right? Chelsea buys a fat burger at... I said let me catch a break. I said let me catch a break, and you just killed up... What? Oh, okay. Okay. I see what's going on here. And just like that, we get 2 pointless victims to add to the list. Oh, but wait, that graphic only had 1 because I was missing this guy on the ground. Huh. Somebody give me a suicide prevention plan. Then all of a sudden, the episode turns into a racism discussion where this bacon hair proves to be the smartest person in the entire episode. Well, Jack's name is Jack the Pacifist, so I'd understand why he didn't tell me about that guy I missed in the background getting his head literally shot the hell off. Well, fuck all that. Chelsea joins a gang of people going in the Shaggy Shack. You know, this explosion that kills 2 people is so good. I wonder what the dialogue accompanied. Oh. Okay. Oh. That's... Oh. SMG guy? Well, I guess now if you're just waiting for the TV to hit the DVD... okay, yeah, it did it. Let's go. Oh yeah, turns out I missed Memosaurus in here. While Chelsea was having the worst bit of dialogue up until the 3rd season. Well, at least we have some kills coming out of here, but dude, this is getting boring. This is getting fucking boring. And it gets worse when Chelsea slips into the toxic ass dialogue, which is indisputably the worst kind of dialogue you can have in this show. So maybe that's why I like season 7 more, because at least with that season, there are any episodes where I can pick out something that fundamentally hurts the functioning core of the episode. Yeah, maybe some of it was boring, but hey, at least I'll take that over this horseshit. And even worse, we're not even halfway through this episode, and the kills just won't stop. Before it goes absolutely rock bottom, Chelsea does give us some business. She then realizes maybe I do want to have some business going to Wendy's, and oh, fucking great. Just wow, such great dialogue we're dealing with here in Season 2, Episode 8, The Cash Ages. At least Zyliax, along with the bacon hair from earlier, proves to be one of the smartest people in the entire episode. because they're just gonna burn Chelsea without mercy. I mean, hey, at least go fucking for it at this point. Hey, at least my rantings didn't prevent me from talking about the skill that happens behind the keyboard. And hell, at least after all that hateful rhetoric, she explodes from the fat burgers. Holy shit, let's dance on her corpse! But when she walks back into the Wendy's, it's not her corpse they're dancing on. Instead, it's this random white guy. And no, speaking about other random white guys, so there's a guest that gets killed by a guy walking out the Wendy's. Well, at least in Wendy's, we have a missing kill and purple guy. How are we ever gonna get his purple pissed now? Well, I mean, with all this business afoot, surely nothing could go wrong in terms of the kills, right? Well, maybe I should initiate a kill speedrun soon, but I don't feel like it right now. Well, I mean, aside from that, at least Chelsea's the only one inside of Wendy's for a brief little bit. But it all changes when the cycle continues and we have to add way more people onto the count than we probably should with such a mid-ass episode. Chelsea wants to take Purple Guy's order, but oh, would you look at that? Who's in the background? Guess what? The person she absolutely fucking hates! And guess what? She hates them for being just themselves and not for anything they actually did to her or just because she feels like it. No, it's because they're a furry! Isn't the joke so funny? God damn it, this episode pisses me off so much. Or I mean, I guess she finally does take an order of business when she gives this guy the KYS burger, which, honestly, I'd go for right now in a climate like this. One that's also never-endingly violent as another customer has been killed. Also, this is just like an addition after recording this episode, but I did have a graphic for 2 customers that got shot off screen, but I'm just gonna put it right here, even though I only see 1. After that kill, Chelsea describes this very episode. And then the customer just lays into Chelsea because the KYS burger did make him want a KYS. And also, no dancing allowed in the restaurant. Do you understand, Mr. Purple P? Mr. Among Us describes himself as security, but shits his pants hard when he sees the furry. Mr. Among Us shoots the furry's head off and gets burned to death for being, well, an annoying prick. Because of the violence and fake food, the FBI pulls up inside the Wendy's, which means Chelsea's time of employment is about to come to an end. With the episode's shittiness weighing on her, it's about time for her to die. Well, Chelsea, you may also want to bring along this guy from outside. And with that, she steps foot on the train track. This fuck-ass piece of dog shit episode ends with Chelsea killing herself. Okay. Now we're finally done with absolute ass, but that's not it. We still got one more Meanville episode left to go. And look, that kill speedrun order just came in right now, so I guess I'm gonna have to use it on episode 9. Well, whatever, if it means we get to the end of the season faster. Now, after over 50 minutes, we're at the season finale. Let's see what kind of punch this season goes out with. Unlike the 9 episodes before it, the season finale starts off with an exposition dump rather than an intro. Oh, but if the people in this episode want an intro, they'll get an intro. No, not like that. In between episodes 9 and 10, the cops somehow got a hold of Chelsea and sentenced her to only 15 months for the approximately around 10 people I think she murdered? I don't know, I'm not gonna go keep track. But what I will keep track of is this cop getting shot. With this turmoil, it's time for Chelsea to get out of prison. And maybe get out of getting killed while she's at it. After the intro's over, it's time to be free. In the yard. She runs back into prison with a hammer and also discovers that one of her fellow prisoners is packing heat. But since this cop only has a pistol, he's no match for the prisoner. Anyways, this guy seems pretty cool. I wonder what could go. Oh, what the fuck is giving me back shots? What? Okay, yeah, we need to get this guy dead. Well, unfortunately, the first kill on a sequence of 5 is a cop. And then he also gets a SWAT officer. Then it's also a matter of killing a cop off screen. But unfortunately, Mr. Backshotter gets his 4th one on the road before being killed himself. However, a criminal just walked by, which means that Chelsea has to tell them about the criminal, but not the devious backshotter running around prison backshotting people. Well, at least he gets put down pretty quickly after respawning. And I guess I'll include this guy because he gets killed immediately afterwards. After that, leave it up to the prisoners to kill 2 more cops in the process. Chelsea grabs a gun from the ground and starts talking about plans that are mysterious as all hell. Things go south when she starts talking suspicious as hell, but thankfully this prisoner comes out with a shotgun and gets shot for having that shotgun. She gets done with dinner and sees a lot of the usual prison activities go down. Brawls in the hallway, kills in the cafeteria, you name it. Wait, I said that guy was killed in the cafeteria, and that was a missing kill in a prison episode. What the hell? However, to compensate for that, is shot to death in the cafeteria. Chelsea doesn't know what she has to do with all this, but she will have to figure out what to do when another shootout starts. Well, by God, it's another shootout. This female prisoner is killed with a gun before the SWAT officer who killed her is also killed. The backshotter does some heavy lifting by killing 2 for himself. Finally, there's a cop over here and this prisoner being shot for the total death tally of the shootout being 6. Then it's lights out and we learn that this guy got arrested for hacking himself for free dominus. When breakfast rolls around, we see this guy with a different name color than everyone else. And that's even when no one in there is red, so, you know, something's gone awry. Guys, I got some bad news. Noob from Noob in Deadville, Noob in the Hood, and Noob across the Robloxverse has been fucking killed. First off of this purple guy whose kill I managed to entirely miss. Then Chelsea's all like,
I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea.
Because with this key card, she could get them all out of prison. Or no, actually the plan is just to hide in the vents for a long time. But then, it's eventually yard time, so now they gotta go get onto the yard in order to formulate the plan. But then she's like, nah, fuck it, and goes in to immediately dive for some reason. Apparently, the purple guy was a hacker and made everybody a criminal, so therefore, I guess the escape has already happened, right? But then he comes out to arrest everybody immediately afterwards, so I guess he was a purple fraud all that time. And then, for some reason, the purple guy just leaves, which makes everybody just, okay, I don't know what's happening. But what I do know is that RoboCop and this other prisoner are just dead. With the plan thwarted because of that purple fraud, they gotta try all over again. Well, they can't really do that when they're having shootouts with the police. Are y'all stupid? Like, dude, think of the fence! And also, hell, let's up the ante right the fuck afterwards. Cause, you know, missed kills won't hurt anybody's day. No, what I mean by upping the ante is having more people dying. So, any second now. Oh, perfect, some people dying because this guy is a, ruthless hacking loser. Yep, I should have seen this coming in a game like this. But thankfully for the cops, it's really easy to get this guy, even when he tries teleporting. With that short debacle over with, it's time to escape prison and kill Obamium Prime and the prisoner too, I guess. Oh yeah, and if those two weren't enough, this prisoner kills this cop inside. I guess. You see, this is kind of why I don't like prison episodes of this show. They just get boring and repetitive after an extremely long time. Like, if they're just spending a really long time in cell without anything funny or frenetic happening, it's just really boring. Is this episode the worst of the season? No, not by a long shot, but did it really need to be 41.5 minutes? No. But I guess we gotta get back to counting with this prisoner on the ground. And also, because it gets really boring around here, I'm just gonna breeze through this portion of the episode, but not making it outright kill speedrun because I feel like we've done way too many of those. Even though, like, the only interesting things I can recap are the kills, and that's all I'm gonna be recapping, so I don't know, you do the math.
French fry guy shoots the prisoner. French fry guy kills Chelsea. Here's a whopping 3 kills I managed to miss. Then Mr. French Fry comes back for more police brutality. However, fake flea is shot by this prisoner. Then we get the perfect season finale to I Don't Give a Fuck. And finally, an insane multitasker read both chat logs at the same time in order to kill Chelsea. Come on, man, she was just eating
Dinner.
Here's a related note about what's gonna happen. This missing kill. Alright, you got that? Good. Let's start another shootout. The first kill is this cop over here is trying to beat up a bacon hair. Then we found out, holy shit, it's Messi! No, Messi! No! I guess this other cop just died, but dude, Messi just fucking died. What the? Oh, God. Then this cop accidentally shoots Chelsea in the head before being shot herself. And for our final entree, a bacon hair cop. Chelsea manages to grab a key card before skipping over a kill entirely. But oh, if you wanted some kills, I got a special scenario for you. Because in the last few seconds of the lockdown, this cop walks into Chelsea's cell. So, what do you think they do? Because I'd reset, but I would know what you think. Do you think they'll A, fucking shoot Chelsea for no reason? Or B, reset to get out of the cell? Oh, and resetting to get out of the cell is the logical answer, so you know it's A. But like, fucking hell! Why are you trying to do this? I mean, you have no reason to. I mean, she does have a key card. But if you wanted to get out of the cell, you could just reset, because at least then you won't become a goddamn prisoner. But she kills Chelsea, and once you know it, becomes a prisoner herself for killing too many innocent people. Oh! Dude, why'd you do that? Because then you'd be able to get out of the cell like 2 seconds later! You idiotic bitch! God fucking damn. This is the only scene outside of episode 8 that actively pisses me off. But it is the start of a pretty cool shootout that has its first 4 kills all prisoners. Then we get at the cell and see a prisoner and a cop die. After Chelsea picks up a pistol, a shotgun cop is also killed. There's also this cop and this prisoner I glanced over for a total of 9 kills during the shootout. Oh yeah, Chelsea also has a key card. With that, she finally initiates her plan she could have initiated like 20 minutes ago. And while it is true that they do hide up in the vents for a bit, they immediately get out of it. However, part 2 of the plan is basically forward when Chelsea says the quiet part out loud. After we learn about President Biden's minimum wage policies, we learned that plan was just a nothing burger. You know what else are nothing burgers? Kills I keep on missing. But hey, at least we actually get around to adding a criminal and a prisoner to the count. Also, here's something you may not have realized. We're in the final 10 minutes of the season. And the episode we're on right now is literally titled The Escape to Season 3. So, like, you're expecting the Escape to Season 3, right? But no. I don't think it even happens until 38 minutes in. For now, we've got to focus on things like this prisoner dying. Or no, it's things like this criminal dying, too. Who fucking knows at this point? But what I do know is that I'm dying for Chelsea to get out of here, so give her an excuse already. But like, I didn't mean like an excuse to count more kills. I meant like an excuse to get out. Like your escape is right there. Why not just take it? But no, instead we have to watch some brief cop room antics. And hey, I'll give the cop room credit. It gives us 2 kills that I actually can verifiably add from there, which is like the first time since episode 2, so that's something. But wanted me too, I always be free, as that prisoner actually died, but I'm just gonna say I missed him. Man, I love these kills so much, I wish I got more pointless ones. A prisoner and the cop in the yard? Just what I wanted. I can't possibly wait till
Dinner.
I just want some more pointless skills right now. Well, this prisoner is for sure a fine one for me to fulfill my appetite. I don't know how I need to keep on reiterating this, but we're nearing the end of the season, which is nice. I've had to go through some shitty ass things to complete this. And hey, at least I caught some dead nerd in here, I think. Chelsea goes outside into the yard where there's just a criminal who's just there. And also, that's the same criminal that killed Chelsea for no goddamn reason. However, the cop would arrest her because, like, they come from the same origins, man. Oh, but then there's just this cop that kills a prisoner and turns into a prisoner herself. Great. You know, this season has some very mid kills, but there's some great stuff in here. I just don't want to go for any more mid kills. I'm going to check the rest of this to see if there's... Oh, we're done! We're done with the kills! Let's go! So now we're finally done with counting all the kills I actually counted. Let's see how many missing people there were. And after doing the math, it turns out I missed 27 kills over the course of the season. That's 3 from episode 4, 6 from episode 5, 4 from episode 7, 6 from episode 8, and 8 from episode 10. Also known as the one I'm doing right now. And after all that, it's only now that Chelsea decides to escape the prison. Be happy that the cops are being extremely lenient because there are just none of them. Like none of them, trying to make sure no one was escaping. So then Chelsea's able to escape. Yeah, let's go. We finally got what we were promised in the title. Chelsea grabs a car and drives over to the multiple warehouses that the prisoners hide in. So what the season ultimately ends with is a thanks for watching and a credit scene that really isn't a credit scene because it just tells you about future projects. Oh yeah, storyboarding mansion battle? I don't do that shit. Oh yes, the cringy object show. That thing that never came out and was just people making out. Yeah! That's weird. It's gotta be hungry. I wonder what's for
Dinner.
How many people are unsuccessful and successfully running the meme gauntlet? Let's find out and get to the numbers. Well, look how seeing him hit it wouldn't hurt right about now, right? Hey!
an insane 385 people died in the Roblox Ragdoll Show Season 2, which is over 2.5 times that of the first season. The victims consisted of 298 men and 87 women, which gives us this 3-to-1 ratio for a 9-to-1 ratio of good to shitty episodes. Like Season 1, I'm gonna pit up every episode against each other from least deadliest to deadliest. The most pacifist episode of the season was Episode 6, which only managed to kill 12 people, which makes it one of 2 episodes of the season to have a kill count that's less than its runtime. The only other episode in that regard is Episode 3, which is the second least deadliest with only 22 kills. Shifting it up by only a tiny bit is Episode 7, which killed 24 people, and only one of those was in quote-unquote Brazil. Up next is Episode 5, which killed 29 people, and surprisingly, 6 of them were from the titular bra moments. Rounding off the bottom half is Episode 1, which managed to kill 31 people, an increase of 27 from the last season premiere. Then the episode that starts off the top half is Episode 4, whose Obamium quest managed to kill 36 people. Having one more kill than that is that god-awful piece of shit, Episode 8, which has 37 kills. So then the deadliest Memeville episode of the season is Episode 9, which killed 46 people. Ranking in at second and starting off the 2 prison episodes is Episode 2, which, would you look at that, killed 69 people. Start laughing. So then, the deadliest episode of the season is Episode 10, which killed 79 people, which means it takes home the record of the season for most kills and most back shots. And if you're wondering what that would look like on a bar graph, well, here you go. At least this time, all the episodes have some sort of substance on here, unlike Season 1, which zeroed out 3 times. With the season containing 10 episodes, each episode had an average of 38.5 kills. And with the season running 270 minutes in full, that left us with a kill on average, just about every 42 seconds. I'll give Amethyst Flamethrower to the Episode 9 kills, because at least I could play peek over them. Broken Pistol will go to the Chelsea and Cop Death from Episode 10, because what the fuck was she doing? It's so stupid, it pisses me off. And that's it. The Roblox Ragdoll Show Season 2 was released from 2020 into 2021. Season 3 would come out literally like hours after the season finale, and I'll look at that sometime else because it has more dog shit episodes. Until then, I'm Chelsea Rose, and this has been the parody. Thanks a lot for watching this parody. Going in, I wasn't expecting like any of this to happen, so seeing it all occur is certainly something. Like, I don't remember my character getting literal backshots in episode 10, or episode 8 being extremely bad. There's always something so fascinating revisiting my older stuff like this, and just seeing all what happened in there and only realizing it like now. It's pretty cool. Thanks for watching.